Okay, guys, welcome back again. It's still your boy, the Legend FS, and I'm sorry I've not been able to post for about 3 weeks now. It has been technical issues with my recording software, but I don't really know when I'm going to solve it because the ups and down of the ups and down in trading. But that is just by the way. So now let's hop into the business of the week. As you all know, I always drop my weekly analysis, and if you have been watching my video, you have been watching my analysis, you know that most of the analysis I do call they normally plays out. The only problem is that sometimes as a trader we lack patience to wait for it. I lack patience because if you watch my video, you will know that the USDCHF that I called it some from somewhere here, and USDCHF has collapsed. And here was my final TP then, but because of we lack patience, we couldn't hold. And which personally I myself I hesitated somewhere here. So that is just by the way. But let's go again and see what the week hold for us. First and foremost, I'll be doing my technical analysis on S&P 500 oil, and I did call this oil. I did catch the move. I'll be doing my technical analysis on S&P 500 on oil and on USDCHF and GBPUSD. Those are the technical analysis I will be doing on this week, and I will try as much as I can to make this video a brief so that you will not get bored by watching it. So with all being said, let's head over to our. Okay, now we are starting off with the S&P 500. Let's get over to our S&P 500. You all know I've done my technical analysis. You all know that how we do it, but I want to carry everybody along. Those who really don't know how to do technical analysis and those who are learning, those who have also done theirs, but they are also looking for another confirmation. This is why we are here together. You help me as a trader, I help you as a trader. You learn from me and learn from you till we attain the level which I call the CP. So that is all. So now you know that I've done my technical analysis 500. First and foremost, let me delete everything so that I will do my technical analysis for you to see if it will align or sync with your own pattern. So first I have to delete everything, delete, and I head over to my monthly time frame. As you can see that we are on the monthly time frame. Here, the S&P 500, pardon me if I'm saying WTI because WTI has been in my mouth ever since last week's. Pardon me for that. So S&P 500, as we know that S&P 500 broke this particular level, and ever since then it has rallied up without coming back to retest. And a lot of people have been keeping eyes on this particular zone here for S&P 500 to come back for a retest, and S&P 500 did come back. That was last month. Come back to retest, and when it came, it just touched with a wick, and it was a full candle. But just because S&P 500 wants to come and test this particular zone, the moment the S&P 500 got to this particular zone, the market rallied up again. You know that this thing is not a zone. It's not a line. It is a zone. So why I'm always keeping it as a line is because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I can pick any zone and use line because but if you don't know, please always use zone or boss so that they can be able to accumulate a lot of spaces here. So this is a zone. S&P 500 came to touch this particular zone here, and from there it rallied up. Now, a lot of people say that S&P 500 is facing bearish move just because of this particular scenario here, which me at some point in time I was thrown overboard, I was carried away. But I when I check my overall time frame, which is the big boy time frame, I came back to my senses and I say this guy has been in this massive uptrend. If we are to look out for a major reversal in the market, weekly should be a nice place or monthly should be a nice place for us to look out for it. So until then, I'm still much bearish on S&P 500. That is when I concluded on my bias, and I said, okay, we are technically bearish, nothing. We are still technically bullish, nothing like bearish in the market. So now I've gotten this information, and you can see that this candle closed as as indecision, Now, what will be my fate here now? We are having 26 days left for this candle to close. This candle that is forming currently. If this monthly candle that is forming, if it can close bullish, that is when we can now say this is what we call a morning star. And you know what a morning star mean? When a morning star show up on a downtrend, it means that the market wants to reverse. The market is heading higher. So if this candle can successfully close in the middle of this candle here, we can now classify this as a morning star. Otherwise, this candle can come back and bleed down. Not anything is possible in the forest space. So that is why you have to be patient. You have to be patient, and you must wait for a candlestick confirmation and a chart pattern before you take any decision in the market. So now we have gotten this information now from our monthly time frame, hoping that this particular candle will close bullish. So that is what we've got from our monthly. And next we head over to our weekly to see what weekly hold for us. And as you can see on weekly, there's what we have here. There's what we have here, which is a lot of traders may not see it, a lot of newbies may not see it also. This is what an inverser candle, which is this is what we call double bottom, because a lot of people a textbook double bottom will always look like this, they will just paint it for you in a way whereby you will come on chart, you'll be looking for it and you will not see it. But for the ability for you to be able to spot those kind of patterns in a different market, that is what make you a real trader. It's not easy to spot them. It is not easy, but with consistency and with practice over time, you'll be able to know when this double bottom appear in a non-textbook way, because this one that I just deleted is a textbook way. So this one now you may not be able to see it because it's not that fancy like the way textbook described it. You may not be able to see it, but I can see that we have what we call double bottom here on a weekly zone. Here we have what we call double bottom. Okay, let me just go back and make this as a zone, because where I don't want to be coming back again. I'm just doing it so that I can just get off here, because I have other thing I have to analyze. So now on weekly we can say, okay, the moment this guy touched here, this guy has to pull up again, giving us this pattern here. So now we've confirmed there's a chart pattern also for me. Remember, if you've been following my video, you know that on monthly is where I come to check for candlestick pattern, what is forming on candlestick, and which we've done that on monthly. We've confirmed that this candle can close bullish, that we'll be having a morning star. Then we head over to weekly to see what weekly hold for us, and we can see that weekly we are currently having a chart pattern, which is this particular one here. So now we established these two factors, monthly and weekly. Then what we have to do next is for us to go to our daily time frame. Daily time frame is where we do our most analysis, and it is where we wait for confirmation. It is where we wait for where we do our trend line, look for other confirmation, counter trend line. 4 hour is where we execute our trade. Then I head over to our daily. You can see that the double bottom is clear here, is mostly clear here. And since we are on a daily time frame, so I was expecting this market to come here, eh, to come here as of when the market bleed. I was expecting it to come here and then to take off this to respect this trend line, and to just come here and dip down and come down again to come create a base here. But that didn't happen, and that didn't happen. The market has to respect this particular zone here. It has to respect it, and that didn't happen. So when I saw it, I said, okay, no problem. The only thing that will make me now to confirm is if you can break above this trend counter trend line, and which we've done that. We've broken above this counter trend line, confirming to us this is the neckline of this particular double bottom. And you know that the principle of chart pattern states that whenever a chart pattern form, before that chart pattern can be valid, the neckline has to be broken. And in this case, this neckline has been broken, it has been broken to the upside. So what will I be waiting for now? I'll be looking for not this was a double confirmation. First, it give us a double bottom. Second, it broke above the neckline, and third again, there's a trend line coming, which the market also broke above it. That is how many? Three confirmation. Then what I'll be waiting for is I'll be waiting for a nice pullback to somewhere here. At the way the market is currently now, I can't take a trade. If I should go on my 4 hour, this is what the market look like. I can't take a trade now, because the first one, this first move here would have been a perfect place for me to take this particular trade. But because I was in WTI, then I was so carried away with WTI, I couldn't focus more on S&P 500. No, what I have to do is that I have to now bring out another trend line again, because the market is now giving us a confirmation again. You can see how I'm just doing my analysis little by little, so that everyone can understand it. Now, what you can see that I have another trend line which the market has respected here once, has respected it here the second time, and I'll be waiting patiently for the market to also bounce back. Please don't rush this market. Don't rush this market. I will be waiting for this market to come back for this third touch. If this S&P 500 can come back here for the third touch of the trend line, here will be a perfect place to buy. Don't start buying somewhere here. Don't start buying somewhere here. And when you come here, don't buy at the support zone. Support zone is a manipulation area. I did that mistake. I did that mistake repeatedly, and it cost me a lot. Ever since I assume, or ever since I understand this concept of all this manipulation and all this stuff, that is when the consciousness dawn on me that, hey boy, don't be buying at the support zone or resistance zone. Because when the market gets here, you just want to say you want to buy, and the market may probably deep down take out a lot of stop losses, because this is trend line. A lot of people will be putting their stop loss here, they want to buy here. The market can just deep down and close 4 hour, but that will be a fake out, and the market will just rally up again. So now, how do you buy when S&P 500 is back in? So when S&P 500 is coming down, because I'll be waiting for this. If I don't see this, I will not buy. So when S&P 500 is coming, it will be giving you a formation of downtrend on 4 hour. So the only time I want to buy is when this guy, remember, as he's coming, there will also be a counter trend line here, a counter trend line here. I will only buy when I see if this market break above this particular counter trend line, then I've known that yes, this is the right time for me to buy. By then, maybe every stop losses must have been taken, all the whole liquidity sweep must have been taken. That this is when I can now comfortably buy. But as of now, I will not be pressing buy on S&P 500, because this particular formation is not even in line in my trading style. I want this market to commit to me, to tell me that I'm good to go. So this is only when I will just say, okay, I want to buy. If S&P 500 can give me this formation, as of now, I'm not buying S&P 500, and I'm not selling. I will just be waiting patiently. I'm doing this weekly breakdown on Saturday. Hopefully on Sunday, I mean to say, sorry guys, I'm doing this on Sunday evening. Hopefully by tomorrow, next, maybe let's say 4 days from now, S&P 500 can come back to here. It must come. S&P 500 cannot just keep rallying up without a significant pullback. There must be a pullback. So I'll be waiting for the pullback on S&P 500. You see the way I've done my analysis. No indicator, no fancy indicator, just simple price action. That is what I'm using, and that is how I trade, and that is how I'll be trading for the rest of the year. And I'm targeting a 50K account this year, and hopefully I will get it. But for me to get it, I have to stick to my strategy. I have to do that, and my risk management is top notch. That one is aside. So this is what I have for you on S&P 500, guys. You can also go and do your own analysis and check it out if it align with my own. If you love the way I also trade, so if it align with my own, we can also be watching this market at the same time. So enough of S&P 500, and let's head over to WTI. I'll be doing those two before I will head over to currency pair, because those are the one I'm keeping my eyes on for the week. So now let's head over to WTI. You can see WTI. WTI. Okay, here is what happened on WTI. I wanted to drop this call last week, but because I was having issue with my recording software, I couldn't do a recording. I recorded, but the audio was not clear, so I was just frustrated. I couldn't drop this thing. But this is what happened last week. I entered the trade here somewhere on 28th of the month. I couldn't, if I'm using my second this thing, I would have been able to navigate and show you trade where I took, the where I opened my open position and my close position. I closed all my position here, because it's like on Friday that I closed all my position here. But all my overall target is this particular zone here. My overall target, I entered the break of this counter trend line. The moment this candle closed, that was when I entered. I entered at this particular one, not this one. Not this one here, not this one. I entered here because why I entered was that the market failed to come and make a higher high. I saw the weakness, the weaknesses of the market somewhere here. And the moment this candle give me that full bearish confirmation, I hopped in for a sell, and that was how I got it. So now let's do a deep dive down on breakdown on WTI. As you all know, we know that we first delete our everything on our chart, and we head over to our monthly to see what the monthly. We said the monthly is our big boy time frame. Without the monthly, we cannot trade. Now, WTI, which is US crude oil, we know that this crude oil have been in uptrend for long. It has been in uptrend for long, and after then, based on the war that is happening and all the war and or the Ukraine and the speech Donald Trump is making and all this thing is just affecting the US oil. Just with OPEC and OPEC news, those are fundamental. I read about them last week, and those are fundamental biases that is making oil to fall. And you know that gold, as they are pulling money, as they are pulling their money out from oil, they're also putting it on gold, and that is why gold has been rallying. So now, once I spotted this, I also did some fundamental research about this oil too, and that was what gave me the confidence again to short the market last week. When I did my technical analysis, I went to monthly time frame to see what the monthly hold. You can see that on monthly we have this particular sweet bearish move that closed bearish. This is a zone that the market has failed to close over how many times the market has attempted this but couldn't break below it. Okay, you can see that the market has attempted it. He attempted it here, he couldn't. He attempted it here, he couldn't. The third time, the market broke below it, and not that the market broke below it, it broke below this particular resistance. Will I say is a resistance zone? Yes, support zone. I mean to say, sorry guys, it broke below this particular support zone and has been holding this market. Remember when this market came here, this support held and pushed it up. It came the support held and pushed it up. It came again on this particular area is when the market now broke below it and closed significantly. It closed significantly with a monthly candle close. That was on seeing this, my mind got more stronger that oil is about to collapse more. So now what I did was I wait patiently for my this thing. So now we've confirmed this particular this thing, and this candle is remaining 26 days to close, just like any other candle. And what I've been anticipating for is a pullback, a nice pullback. Remember, we just confirmed that a monthly candle have closed below this particular zone here. Remember, I said this is a zone. This is a zone. So now I'll be waiting for a nice pullback. Although in the other trade, my overall TP was somewhere here. I'm having my overall TP here, somewhere here at is $43 per barrel. That is what I'm having as final TP. Let me go to monthly. Monthly is where I will see it clearly. Okay, yes, it's just it. I'm anticipating oil to come down to $43 per barrel. That is where I'm anticipating it. If all criteria is met, and oil has no business with any zone here. There is no zone holding oil not to come down to $43 per barrel. If all the whole technical factor is met, oil will come down to $43 per barrel. Simple and short. Because there's nothing stopping oil from not coming down to $43 per barrel, except Donald Trump make any speech that will strengthen oil. But for now, with all indicator, with all technical analysis, oil is coming down to $43 or $42 per barrel. Simple and short. Now let's go over to our weekly. Weekly, we can see that overall the market has been in a bearish phase from here. So the market broke and retest. So now let me quickly head over to daily because there is no chart pattern here which we can work with on oil. Now oil has put in this particular zone here, which is the 100% retracement, and that is why I closed my chart. I closed my trade last week because it was on Friday, and I didn't want to be holding on the trade and knowing fully well that I'm on 100% retracement level. So I closed my open position on Friday, anticipating oil to break this particular zone here. If oil can successfully break this particular zone here, if oil can successfully break this particular zone, give us a nice pullback, a retest, that means we are coming to $43 per barrel. But if oil fail to break that particular zone, that means that if e fail, that means we can still rally it up. But currently, there is no sign of a reversal in the market. Oil is still technically bearish. There is no sign of reversal at all in the market. We are still at $58 per barrel, but hopefully oil will head over to $43 per barrel. So that is what I have on oil. There is no much information. There is no much technical analysis on oil. Let's head over to USDCHF and GBPUSD that to know what those two guys hold for us. So guys, this video is going to be a little bit longer, but just bear with me so that you can be able to know what to trade in the week. So now we are up on the USD. Okay, let's start with GBPUSD first to see what GBPUSD hold for us. You can see I've done my technical analysis pretty well. I'm just waiting for the market to just align with my pattern of trading so that I can start executing my trade come next week or upper week. but I'll be patient. You know how we do it. First and foremost, we delete everything. Delete it. Why I'm deleting this thing is because I know it will not take me time to do it again. It has been my way. I've been doing it, so it will not take me time. So we'll delete everything first, and we'll head over to our monthly to see what GBP hold for us. Now we are currently on GBPUSD. GBPUSD at this point is a little bit weakish, but we will still tackle it because as a technical trader, there's no matter how choppy the market look, no matter how dangerous the market looks, we'll still try to tackle the market and bring the best out of that particular pair. GBPUSD, as I was doing my analysis this evening, I found out that it was a little bit weakish. It was a little bit weakish, but you know that before we do anything on GBPUSD, before we say buy or sell, we have to go and check the big boy, which I call the DSY. You know, the DSY is a dollar index. It measure all the whole dollar index. We have to know where the dollar index is heading to. So now I've done my analysis on dollar index also. Let's quickly check dollar index and know what dollar index hold for us. Now we are on dollar index on monthly time frame. You can see I've done my analysis, and you see that on a monthly standpoint, dollar index has broken this particular support zone here. We have this particular support zone here, giving us this particular chart pattern here. This, will I say, is double top or triple top? So now the market has broken below it significantly. Broken below it significantly. So now we are waiting for a pullback. We're waiting for a pullback. Let's just head over to daily because this video is getting more longer. So now we're waiting for this nice pullback here, for this nice pullback to just come here. Once this market can come here, test this particular weekly, this zone here, this, I'm beginning to miss my line because I'm trying to rush the video. I'm sorry guys, let me just calm down and do the proper things to do. I'm beginning to rush my line because I know that a lot of you guys don't really like watching long video. I would have divided this video into two, but it will not be fine. It will not be nice for me to have a weekly analysis 2 times in a week. So that is why I'm just trying to rush it up, and I'm beginning to lose my line. But that is just it. So now on weeklies, we see that the market has broken below it, giving us this particular chart pattern on monthly. The market go below it. Then now we are now waiting for a pullback to this particular zone to confirm and to give us that validity that the market has really broken down, that this is not a fake out. Now we've gotten the information. We head over to our daily. You can see that on daily we are having this trend line which the market has respected here, and the market is coming back again for the fourth touch. So now if this market can come here, respect this particular trend line, respect this particular zone here, and this counter trend line break this particular counter trend line, DSY will be coming down to 93.559. Simple and short. So this is it. Before you sell, I'm not trading DSY. I'm just using DSY to measure the DSY control the this thing, the currency pair. When DSY is bullish, Euro USD and other pair tend to go bearish. So that is why I always come to DSY to check it. Moreover, I don't really keep it on my chart. So now enough of DSY, and now we've seen what DSY hold for us. We can now use it to now trade GBP USD, and those who trade Euro USD, I don't trade Euro USD. So now we head over to our monthly. We can see that on GBP USD here we are having we are on is in a resistance zone currently now. On a resistance zone. We're on a resistance zone currently. Now, so now, since we've established that we're on a resistance zone, will this market fall off or will it continue? Last 3 months was bullish months. Next, the second one was bullish month, and here the third one also was bullish month. That was January, February, March. No, March, March, April. Okay, March, April. No, January, February, March. April. No, this is February, March, April. This is February, March, April was a bullish month. Then this is the main candle now. We are having 26 days left for this candle to close. So now, are we still going to continue our bullish move? Who knows? But in technical analysis, we will know how far. We've gotten our monthly standpoint. We don't have any confirmation yet on monthly. We just know that we have been in bullish mood for about 3 months. We want to know if the bullishness will continue or not. But remember, DSY is still pointing down. Until DSY give us a change of trend, we are still technically bullish on GBPUSD, because when DSY is bearish, GBPUSD is bullish, Euro USD is bullish, AUD USD is bullish. Now, having that in mind and knowing that when DSY is bearish, this guy will be bullish, it gives us more confidence to long GBPUSD. So now we can now head over to our weekly and see what weekly hold for us. We can see that overall weekly also there are still no much information to get our daily. Daily is where we will do our deep analysis on GBPUSD to see what GBPUSD hold for us. Sorry guys, this video will be a little bit long, but that is it. We will just have to endure and know everything the week has for us. So now we are on our weekly base, we are on our daily week. Now we can now come and do our trend line, put up our trend line, and draw it properly. Should in case if the market is coming down, we can know where we can put our eyes on. Now we have this particular neckline here. We have this particular neckline also here. We have this particular neckline here, eh, which I think that the market can respect. Remember, this was just a neckline broken, and now the market has broke above it, and I'm also keeping my eyes on it. So now what I'll be expecting is for GBPUSD to at least come down a little bit. Is either come down here or to this trend line. Any of this zone here will be okay. Then come here and bounce up Where will be my overall TP? Overall TP will be somewhere here. Overall TP will be here, because this is the next resistance zone I can think of. That will be my overall TP if GBPUSD fulfill all criteria for long, and if not, otherwise is the case. But for now, let's just keep hope alive that GBPUSD will fulfill all these criteria. If GBPUSD can come and fulfill all these criteria, I think we may be heading for about 1,000 pip move. Yes, 1,000 pip move, since we've established that DSY is still in a bearish phase. So now this is what I have without much technical analysis. You can also check your chart and do yours and know whether it will align with your own. I'm still waiting for GBPUSD. I'm not interested in shorting GBPUSD. Simple and short. I'm only interested in longing GBPUSD. So now I'll be waiting patiently for it to come down here and take off. So that's what I have on GBPUSD. And the last year but not the least, but we'll stop there, is my favorite USDCHF. If you watch my weekly analysis about 2 months ago, you will know that I called this guy all the way from here when this guy was still here, somewhere here, and the market has collapsed. This was my overall TP. The market has collapsed down. I will not delete my analysis on this guy because of time, but just watch what I have here. We can see that we are having a double top here, somewhere here, a double top, confirming to us that the breakout is valid. We have first top here, second top here. This is a double top, and the market has broken below it. You know, the criteria states that for a chart pattern to be valid, the neckline of that chart pattern must be broken. And in this case, this neckline has been broken below with a strong bearish candle. And on monthly, and we are in the second month now, we are in another month to say, and now the market on this weekly is still the same thing. The market broke below it significantly and is coming back. A lot of people were calling it they want to buy. When I heard it, I laughed. I said, how can you be buying in a very healthy trend like this? You want to be buying? How can you be buying in a healthy trend like this? All this thing was just a pullback. If you check the pullback, you can see that the pullback was just like sluggishly moving. The guy was telling that this up I'm going, I don't really want to go up, but just to fulfill technical principle, just to come and test this zone. So now I'll be waiting for this particular USDCHF to at least come up here. Remember, we don't buy here, we don't sell here. Here is where a lot of stop loss run and liquidity SMC. Here is where it happens. It can come up here, now blow up here, and from there dive down. Until my counter trend line is broken, I will not take trade. I'm still waiting on this guy to still come up here, somewhere here. And this is where I'll be much interested. When the market can come up here, yes, then start coming down, break this particular counter trend line. That is when I will enter the trade. If you watch my previous video about this particular guy, go and watch it if you haven't watched it, for you to know when I called this guide, as of when I called it the other day, this guy was going to collapse down to this particular zone. and it took some time. It took some time, but did it collapse? Yes. Did it come to this particular zone? Yes. But the problem there is that we traders, most time we don't we will fizzle out. We don't wait for because a lot as being a swing trader is not really easy. It's not easy. I did a video about the challenging period of a swing trader. That was when this guy blew down. It is not easy. I won't blame anybody. I won't even blame myself for not holding to my tip, because it was what I faced here alone was mentally derailed. What I faced here, because the market was just going up for about 1 month. Market was just going up, coming down, going up, coming down, going up, coming down. That was one of the most challenging period for me for the as of last 2 months. Is it maybe last 2 months there about? So now the market didn't collapse. You can see when the market is coming down, the collapse is always massive compared to when it's going up. So now the market has broken below this particular zone here. It's coming back for a retest. So ideally, the retest should just come up to somewhere here, come up to somewhere here. Eh? This is where I'll be keeping my eyes on. So if the retest can come up to somewhere here and finally come back and break this particular counter trend line, this is only when I'll be interested to short. And when I short, here will be my overall TP. The trade will look something like this. It will look something like this, depending on where the market broke out from. If the market can break out from somewhere here, I will just enter the trade somewhere here. Then I'll put my stop loss inside here, because by then the stop losses must have been done. Then I will target this particular zone here. Why will I be targeting this particular zone? Because if I head over to my monthly, you can see that that is the next zone here, which I will be targeting. On weekly, you can see that that is the next one here, the next zone, and you know that the market moves zone by zone. So this is the zone that I'll be targeting. So that is what I have for you for this week. And please, what I want to ask you is, as a swing trader, you have to be patient. It's not really easy when you see a lot of a day trader flouting their profits. Some of them are edited profits on social media. You'll be carried away. That really messed up with my psychology last year. And I vowed to myself that this year I will not follow anybody. I will not look at anybody's screenshot. I will not look at anybody's trading pattern. I will only focus on my trading pattern, simple and short. And that is what I've been following since the year started. Because I started trading late this year. So that is what I want to tell you guys. Just focus on your strategy. If your strategy say buy, buy. If you say sell, sell. Regardless of what will happen, the worst that can happen is SL or TP. And when you enter a trade, stick on it. When I entered the trade of oil, the WTI, the market was giving me this kind of formation. The market pulled back, was trying. It didn't come to this particular 100% retracement. I held on to my trade that anything that wants to happen, happen. Is either you come to this particular zone here before I will close my profit, and the market later came back there and hit my first TP, and that was one of the happiest moment for me for last week, because I was patient enough to wait for the market to go to my SL, regardless of whatever. My TP, I mean to say, regardless of whatever. So you have to be patient as a swing trader. Just be patient. Don't follow all these people flouting edited MT5 and MT4 on social media, looking for more money, because those guys, they are just looking for more money from you. But you will not know that all those things are secret that some of us know, but we will not come online to come and expose them. That is what I have for you guys. Please, if you do like my video, please do give me a thumbs up, and do share it. And if you don't also like it, please also give me a dislike, but tell me in the comment box below what to do to improve in my next video. As you all know, no one knows it all. I'm learning, you are learning, you are here to learn, I'm here to learn, until we attain the level which I call the CPT, consistent profitable trader. As you all know, I remain your boy, the Legend FS Academy. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. I will see you in my next video. Keep it super simple as always, and know that we are heading to CPT. I remain your boy, and bye for now.